All right, all right. What's up, guys? So, um, first of all, happy birthday to me because I'm recording this video on my birthday. Today is 10th April 2025, and thank you very much, everybody that has been following up to this moment on my Telegram. I know I'm offering like real value here, trust me, but at the same time, I want to appreciate that value is not value if somebody is receiving it. If somebody is not receiving it, sorry. So if there's nobody receiving your value, like you're not doing anything basically. So I really appreciate you guys for following and for being hungry for this knowledge and trust me to try change your life. So I the main purpose of this video is to show you the trade that I took from my outlook last week and I could have taken and on this trade on this pair and NZD this week was like you can see I did not mark my coordinates here because why today is my birthday. I not check my chart today. I'll just sit down and check everything after this video. But without marking all these places, we could have called this move because you can see I marked all this place and there was exhaustion absorption here. Anyways, let me not go there yet. So the trade did not buy just because of exhaustion absorption. But let's just take it one step after the other. So I'm very happy, that I get to show you guys this again. So basically, from our last review, our last outlook, the last video that I released, I I called a buy from I think we were here then. From here, I called a buy from here, and I said this zone. I picked that zone on. I said this zone here. Let me just use this rectangle here. I said this zone. This whole zone here. So I said this one too. I think I bought it on Friday. Price went up, but I took BE break even here. But this was my whole zone basically. So when it came here and I bought again somewhere around there. I bought again here. I bought again here. Bought again here. And it was only this one that I did not buy. But you could have been sure that it was going to go up. That's for USD. So basically this week for me as it was I took some losses, on NZD especially. But at the end of the day, I still ended the week up. I didn't start the week very, very well, you know. So, but at the end of the day, I still ended the week well. Thank God. So let me just make a review of the buy trade here. Just a short review. So if you check Euro USD is a pair that I I think can frustrate a trader very, very well. But at the same time, it's a pair that I think most traders should check, especially when you want to have a very, very great in-depth into trading. Do you understand? So if you want to have depth into trading, you have to like check USD because USD will something that you use a year to learn. USD will teach you in in a week price action. Do you understand? So you can see how frustrating this was, buying from me and price went up, came down, went up, came down, went up, came down, then went up, then came down again. And it's not only because of that, but you will think it's actually frustrating until you check the whole thing again. What has been happening? You will now find out that oh wow. So it's actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. Just that its own is just too much. Do you understand? Areas this one is too much. But basically if you check, you realize that USD does exactly what it's supposed to do. That's why when you're trading USD, don't overlook anything. Unlike other pairs like it's just sessional. No, bro, if you're trading USD, even if it's sessional closing range liquidity, bro, it matters. Do you understand? Yeah. So it matters. So that's for USD. But basically, I remember that we were going to buy here, and price used this zone. This zone here is a 1 hour zone. This was where kind of like, although this whole week, but I don't like to check the week. But all this place now is like the 8 hour zone. You know, now when you can, because what we had there was um this was sessional. Okay, it was not even sessional. Okay, this was sessional. Yeah, this movie. This was sessional divergence. So we're looking at this 8 hour zone, but there's this 1 hour zone here that price is used first to buy. If you buy from 1 hour zone, you are going to closing range liquidity, and that was where you went to, and it sold again to the same zone to buy again to another sessional liquidity, and then sold again to buy again to what? To a sessional liquidity. You get what I'm saying? And then it sold again. You even like, why is it selling here? There's no reason to, but there's a reason actually, because there's daily liquidity here, and price was going to come and take the daily liquidity again before we eventually end up finally for this buy. So you can see how every liquidity was taken. Every liquidity. Don't look down on any liquidity. So I remember taking a buy from here, from around there, and then it was going up. I held. So I was going, okay, I think I took the buy this day here. You know, it was going up. I can't remember now. I just know that I took a buy around there, and then it was going up, and I saw this sessional liquidity. I was thinking, let me hold to my target. Let me hold to my target. But thank God that I took my profit. I just closed, and trust me, the stuff started turning from there, and then came back down here. It was very frustrating. It was only this one I did not take, because at this point I already made up my mind. I'm not even trading this market again for this week. But eventually went to it. So I just want to show you that, like, looking at weekly outlook, you can actually know the direction of this market. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe not 100%, but most of the time, trust me, you can. It's real. So, and direction is something that a lot of traders have problem with, and if you can solve that problem, I think you are way ahead of a lot of people in this game. So that said, I don't need to talk much about this. You can see how the trade went well. This is the one I want you to pay attention to the most. You can see when price came down here, it's very beautiful. Price took out through liquidity, and then had the exhaustion absorption, and then brought from this zone. Why should they buy from the zone? First of all, the zone is a, you can ask, is the zone is daily liquidity? Why should they buy from the zone? If you go to daily time frame, the zone actually should be a daily liquidity. Maybe we should check. If you don't believe me, you can see this was the zone here. This was the zone here. This week, if you check this week, if you check this week here, this week is the daily true liquidity. You can see. So price just taps into that week. This rejection candle, this rejection side of the candle, and then price type buying. Apart from that, also, there was no reason to take that loan, because where they were coming from, they had trend answer, not, it was not exhaustion absorption. They had trend answer. They had trend answer. So you don't expect them to come and take this loan yet. So you could have, actually bought from you. It was very, very sweet buy. Trust me, very, very sweet. And it gave very, very good. You don't even need to have precision entry. See, don't chase precision entry. Yeah, nothing is precision entry. You miss it. Just enter. Entry is the simplest part of trading. You just need to enter. bro, you just need to enter. Just enter from where you think you know that it's going to start buying from. That's it. Is this not precision a bit? So that's the buy on USD. I could have got it here. You know, I didn't hold mine from here. I sold here. But I know someone that held from here and took profit around here. So the person held from here. I think when it took me out on break even on this day, I waited, and then when when market opened first, it took me out. I entered again. I entered at this point. Then it came out, take me out on B. At this point, I bought again. I bought again. Yeah, that this thing is going up. Why are you doing like this? I should just had not locked in B here. So I didn't lock in B for this one. I just put my stop loss below here and started going up. And when it got here, I sold because I saw this trade liquidity that I just took out, and this zone is like a bit available. You know, all this zone per se. I think there was a week here on daily that could have sent price down a bit to come and take this one year. Let me check something. Yeah, so that was there. So I just closed there and price started coming down. And yeah, I didn't know that price at first. I didn't know that price was coming here because at first I didn't mark this sessional and daily trade liquidity out. So I was trying to buy from here. I took a loss, and then I just rested and price started coming down, and then I just rested for Euro USD for that week. But I still ended up the week on profit. Let me go to NZUSD. NZUSD, I told you guys that if you check my Telegram channel, if you check my Telegram, I told you guys that. And by the way, if you're not following my Telegram, make sure you follow my Telegram and my Twitter because you need to follow both. Why? Because you need to because I post my trades on Twitter, and then on my Telegram, I talk about some very, very crucial stuff. In fact, there are a bit of my stuff that I kept on just on Telegram. I didn't post any other place. So, and there's some things I tell people on Telegram that I don't tell people elsewhere. So it's very important to be on Telegram. And even this kind of video, I drop it on Telegram too. For people to come watch on YouTube. So back to what we were saying, NZDSD, I checked. I told you guys that we're coming for this low. Remember that I said in that video that this is the low we are coming for, but I don't think they will come for the low straight up. That they will go first to take sessional close liquidity. That's closing liquidity, as you guys call it. I love calling it sessional close liquidity. So that they will go for that place first, and you can see what happened. This was the low. Okay, that was not the low. This was the low that I was saying. Let me see. This low. Yeah, this was the low that I was saying. I was saying that price will come for this low. Before they get to this low, that will first go and take sessional trade liquidity. Is either this one. I'm sorry, this one here. There's one here, as you can see. The other price will come take this one first, or take both of this one. But I said that it depends. That if the week opens and NZD is slow, that means they might just take just this one and go down. Look at that position. If you check Euro USD when the week opened, what happened on Euro USD? You can see that Euro USD bought like crazily to an extent, just started shooting up. Let me show you guys. So you can see, when Euro USD opened, just started shooting up. All this shoot up here a bit, it was still momentum move. But we didn't have that on NZD. We didn't have that on NZD. On NZD, the price was very slow. So you could have known that because when you have two same kind of liquidity that are far from each other, I said they are very close. If they are far from each other like this, price will most likely just take one of them. Especially when they are the same volume or price will take just one of them, and then if price is not planning to start going up, price just take one and turn to the direction that price was going. So it's very important to know that. So price just did exactly what we said. Price just came and then took this one, and then so look at the zone that they use. Anyways, I'm still going to teach about zone maybe later. This is not even zone is something that I studied by like Henry taught zone. I learned from Henry, then I learned from my experience. When it comes to zone, my experience added up to knowing which zone they will use. This zone, this was the zone that they used. This zone, honestly speaking, and how could you have seen something like that? Yes, you would have seen it. I'll show you whenever I want to teach about. I think the next video should be about zone. You would have seen it. Trust me, it's not something hidden. You'd have seen it because price this zone price bought from it here. So whenever you see price buy for somewhere like this, if you see a zone from where price bought from, and then price, anyways, price broke it here. When price gets back there, price itself. If you are looking to sell another place, price itself. So that was what they used. And then you can see that after price took that sessional close liquidity, price came directly for this low. Price came for that low. And yeah, immediately price took that low. I posted something on my what's it called? On my telegram that NZDSD, I'm not bullish on NZDSD. It's funny how you can know direction. And because if you check this, it's not only because of the exhaustion assumption, but one of the things I will show you is exhaustion assumption of the day for me to say price is going to buy. Because this buy, although what I'm not sure of is I've not checked the zone that they exactly bought from, but you know, for them to have turned like that, you know, one of the things that you have to understand is that let me go to far because this one now is doing me somehow. Yeah, you can see this exhaustion assumption here. How M plus because it's the same year, this still this year. So it's same year and the year has not flipped between the two lows. So this M plus, you check this one, what can take it out was this low, that took it out, add minus, minus, minus. You get so I knew that okay, price that's the exhaustion assumption. You just need to enter a zone. But what I was not sure of is the session now because I didn't check the session on this place. I don't have it you know. So I think they took it out here with S plus, but they came to take it out again with S minus. At that point, I was very sure that price is buying. You get so when they took it out here, I just with S minus again because there's nothing they're looking for again really, except if they've not entered the zone. So if they start turning up, and there are other things that I check, but I knew that okay, price is already starting to buy. I think I bought from here. I bought from here, and this you could have you could have picked zone here too. You could have picked zone here. Look at I just bought from here. Anyways, I'll trust me, you guys. Zone is like for me, Covenant. Zone is the least of my problem. Like I'm not even. Zone is the least of my problem in this life in trading. Zone is the least of my problem. I don't usually miss trades like that. Anyways, like this video is not for me to brag about zones. This video is for me to brag about this weekly outlook and how it turned out and how you could have taken a trade with it. So when price took this one with S minus, I said there was nothing we're looking for again. And I found a zone that they bought from there. I said, okay, maybe you can go and check that yourself. I said, okay, price is ready to start buying. Imagine somebody that is using pattern to trade would be like, this low, look at me, just pay attention to me. That person would be like, this low, then this high, then this low, then price sold from here too. Oh, definitely this other block will sell, yeah. But imagine I'm buying from like around the other block that the person is selling from. I'm buying from here and the person is selling from here. I posted a trade on, I think it's like kind of like the last trade I posted on Twitter, so you can check this week. I and somebody is buying this, is selling from this other block. Look at, anyways. So it's not just about pattern; it's about having in-depth understanding about the market. So that's why I bought here, and I knew that price is first going for this liquidity and then aiming for this high because this high is already liquidity also. If I marked it monthly liquidity, so that's what we're going for. But for now, when price hits this place. In fact, this first liquidity, this second one, I already took my profit. I know that price can still go up here, but I didn't even want to have any trade to worry about for my profit. I wanted to close up positions, so after my wedding, my head will calm itself, and then I'll be able to focus, because actually I did not even enjoy my performance this week. So I just thought I should take a day off, to just focus on everything. Even though I still ended the week on profit, but when you eventually start understanding the currency, it won't really be about the profit that much again. It will be about how well you actually doing, how well, how good you're actually doing what you're supposed to be doing. You get what I'm saying? So that's just how it is for me right now. So that's just it, guys. I want to believe you guys enjoyed this video and helped you. It's actually helped you. Precision. We call this by we sell. We called it from here. The price is going to come from this low. From this low, we are calling this high again. Bro. Anyways, thank you very much, everyone. Um Once again, you can make sure you like the video. Make sure you like the video and then subscribe if you've not subscribed. Follow on Twitter. Make sure you're on inside the Telegram channel. Make sure you're following all around, because you need the all round following to emerge quickly. Hmm. Don't worry. Don't worry. God is helping us. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Bye.